All right, after spending some videos getting some accessories for my wife and her Trailblazer, finally get back to working on the Silverado, and today we're going to be adding some illumination.
Illumination!
In a previous video, we installed the Boost Auto standard retractable running boards on the Silverado. In this video, we're going to be swapping out those standard boards for the Boost Auto Luma M2 steps for the Silverado. These are the ones that have the customizable lighting options. So what we need to do is remove the standard boards, the steps, and also remove the front motor bracket on both sides. Then once we get that done, we'll start working on what's in these boxes right here to get the Luma M2 steps installed and have the lighting set up and functioning properly. So for the boards themselves, there are two nuts on each of the brackets under here holding the board in place. And to get those off, I'm going to get the board to come out, apply some pressure to it, because I don't want it to retract back in right now. But I'm just going to take these two nuts off here and the two nuts for the back bracket, and then we'll be able to take the boards off, and then we'll get the bracket with the motor that's up here in the front off as well. I didn't record the mounting process for those because I do have another video where I installed the standard Boost Auto retractable step. So if you want to see the step-by-step process of mounting the brackets and the boards themselves, you can check out that video. It would be linked up in the card. Now that we got the driver's side unmounted, we'll do the passenger side, and then we'll take a look at why we need to remove the motors when we're just putting on a new set of Boost Auto steps anyway. But there is a reason for it, so we'll take a look at that in just a second. All right, so I mentioned removing the motor brackets when installing the new Luma steps because I thought there was a harness extension on the new brackets for the steps that would run wiring from the light function to the steps, but looking at the new bracket here, you can tell a difference because that one's all dirty, this one's all clean. We have these wiring over here, and we've got the same wiring on this one, kind of tied up and tucked in a little bit over there. And then we have the motor harness that makes the motor work, and we also have the motor harness, and there's no additional harnesses on the new brackets. So if you're switching from the standard Boost Auto steps to the Luma step, it does look like you can actually keep your mounting brackets and motors on the truck and just swap out the steps, the boards themselves, and then run the wiring for the lights on the boards. We are going to go ahead and put the new ones on anyway. Figure why not? We took the original ones off. Might as well put something new under there, get the fresh motors on, and then we'll get the boards on and we'll run the wiring that makes the lights on the boards work. All right, we have the new Luma M2 boards mounted and the new motors mounted up as well. You can tell these are the Lumas because they have the LED strip running along the side. I went ahead and hooked up multiple sections of the wiring harness for one of the steps. Down here on the end, we have the section of the harness that's going to go to the step itself. So this will be put in between the motor harness that controls the motor opening and closing with the doors. And then these will be plugged into the steps to trigger the light functions that we need. And then all this is going to run up here. And then we have some additional harnesses. This is going to go in between the headlight harness, so you'll actually unplug the main harness for the headlights. One end will go on one side and one end will go back into the headlight. This wire here is for the optional rock light functionality. We're not going to use that, so we'll just tape it up and tape it away. So we will need to pass the wiring down behind the battery through the inner wheel well down to the bottom where the steps are, like we ran for the motors in the previous video. And then we'll find a way to get them ran as neat as possible up down in here so we can get the headlight harnesses hooked in. And then one quick note before we actually run the harness. The harness that has this female plug adapter is on the passenger side of the truck. And then the harness that has the male end adapter for that goes on the driver's side of the truck. This section of this harness right here will run from the driver's side to the passenger side to plug in. So we have ran all the wiring now. Nothing's plugged in yet, but you'll see this dropping down behind the under the truck. And then up at the top we have the wires for this running through here. I've got this harness running down into this slot here, and then it comes through down there so that I can get this down, this side of the harness down to the headlights. Driver's side is pretty much the same right now. We've ran the wires down to where they will need to hook up. And then for this side, I'm going to obviously tighten all this up and run it and clean it up, but we're going to run the wires along this section here where there's already some wiring going to keep it looking good. And then it'll actually go down and come out from down there, which you can see it does. So we can plug this harness into the headlight. And then this is the harness that crosses the engine bay. It has that white connector on the end. I don't know the best way to run it to get over there right now, but we will figure that out. So it's running just over there, very loose right now. So what we're going to just go ahead and do is get everything plugged in real quick to make sure everything works. And then we'll clean up the wiring and get everything looking nice and neat. So here's a quick overview of how this Luma Step harness works. So this end of the harness with the gray plugs will split the motor harness. So one end of the motor harness will plug in, and then the other end of the motor harness that's actually up above the motor up there will plug into the other side. So this will split that to trigger the puddle light function of the lights, which will then come off of these small harnesses here. Both of these will plug into the connectors that are on the back bottom side of the step over here. And then the driver's side is going to be the exact same hookup. So it's a little bit later in the day. I had to do a little bit of troubleshooting because the lights on the steps weren't working when I first got everything hooked up. I got to give a shout out to Boost Auto Support for getting back to me really quickly on this. It turns out I just made a dumb mistake. When the wiring, there are 2 ring terminals that are included when you are hooking up the wires in the engine bay. I mistakenly thought they were both ground wires, so I hooked them both up to the negative side of the battery. Turns out one of them is actually a power wire. It's a live wire. And I should have known that because there's an inline fuse on that wire. So that was just a mistake on my part. I messed that part up. But once I took that inline fused wire and moved it to the positive battery terminal for power, now everything's working perfectly. So let's get a quick look at some of this lighting function while the daylight's out. And then of course, we'll show what everything looks like when it gets dark. Before we do the nighttime viewing of those lights, I do have one additional install that I'm going to do in this video. This little wire tap kit will allow the third brake light cargo lights to come on when the truck is in reverse. So they will act as additional reverse lights for additional illumination when backing the truck up. So just 2 little wire taps under the dash, get them hooked together, We should be good to go. So let's go ahead and get that done too. For this installation, we'll be using the brown and pink BCM connectors. On the brown BCM connector, we'll be using this last wire in the very bottom right corner. I've already got one tap going to this for the mirrors, so we'll be adding another one right here up above it. On the pink connector, we'll use the second to last wire. It's that tan with the white stripe right there on the bottom row, second from the right. I've added the taps to both wires. The blue end of the connector goes towards the brown BCM. The black end goes towards the pink BCM. All right, so we've got the tap hooked up. I'm going to shift into reverse. We're going to leave the parking brake on. Cargo lights are on here in the back. There you have it. Boost Auto comes through once again with fantastic products and great quality. And when you hook it up right, everything works as expected. Let me know what you think down below about the Luma Step M2 and the light functionality and how good it looks on the Silverado, especially at night. I've got a few more videos already in the works, got some products coming that I've been looking at for a little while. So we'll get those checked out. So some more videos are coming for the Silverado. I know it's been a little while, but getting back on it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a nice little thumbs up. Thanks for watching. But for now, this is Southpaw Garage signing out.